Hey guys, it's John, and welcome back to another episode of Terror House. So if you're new to this series and you haven't seen this before, the link to all the rest of the videos is in the description. There's a playlist of them, and this is episode 7, I think. So, in this episode we're going to be building a combination lock attached to a pitfall trap. The combination lock is a 4-digit code. In my case it's 2, 4, 6, and 8. In that order as well, and this is what the actual combination lock looks like. And this is over here, this blue line here is the pitfall trap triggering system. And first things first, the combination lock was built by another YouTuber, and the link will be in the description for that. And if you want to see a much more detailed description of it and of how it works, then go over there. But I'm going to try my best to describe how this works, and hopefully you guys will understand. Anyway, on to the actual video. So first things first, I'm going to explain how this works and what it looks like and everything to do with that. Then hopefully we'll build it at the end of the video. So first thing you're going to see is this wall of buttons when you walk into this room. The good thing about this room is you can walk out. You can come in here, walk out, do whatever you want. There is no tripwire, there's no pressure plates. You can walk in and walk out as long as you don't hit any of the buttons. But as soon as you hit a button, for example the middle one, it is going to close the doors. When you close the doors you can't get out unless you cheat by breaking a block. But hopefully none of you guys will do that. But pretty much that's how that's the first stage of this trap. The second stage would be getting the correct combination. In this case is 2, 4, 6, and 8. Once you hit the correct combination, this block here is going to probably retract. Something's going to happen and a door is going to open somewhere. Not entirely sure yet. But if we hit the wrong button 10 times, then a pitfall trap is going to kill us. So 2, 4, 6, and 8 are correct numbers, and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are the wrong numbers. If we hit a wrong number 10 times, we're going to die, but if we hit any of the correct numbers, we're safe, as long as, but we need to hit them in the correct order to actually open the door. So if you figure out which numbers you need to hit, then you can just play around with them, and you'll eventually get the correct combination. The way I'm going to make it easier is that the correct numbers are going to make a much higher pitched sound on the note blocks, and the wrong numbers are going to make a lower sound. And you need to sort of figure out how it all works to decode the code of the combination lock. So that's the way the game works. Now we're going to actually go into the explanation. So to start off with, we're going to explain the combination lock. So the combination lock is attached to these redstone torches here. There's buttons on either side, so each button has a line of wiring for it. And that's what this 3 by 5 by 9 wiring sort of clump of wiring here, that's what it does. Each redstone torch will have its singled out own wire. And what I mean by that is, for example, if we look at torch number 2, that's torch 2 there, that's the second button in the wall of buttons. It has this wire here, which comes down here and activates this redstone repeater here, and will activate this line of repeaters. So if we were to hit, for example, the fourth button here, which is this number here, it's going to activate this redstone repeater here, come down here, and activate this line of repeaters along there. And each redstone torch has its own line of repeaters. That's pretty much all this wiring is. It looks fairly complex, but the actual concept of it is it's actually fairly simple. So each of these wirings actually goes into the decoder. So this is when the decoder comes in. The decoder is it's fairly complex. Well, if you're new to Redstone, it's fairly complex, but if you've been using Redstone for a while, I think it's fairly easy to grasp the way it works. So this purple wiring here, all the purple blocks is the decoder, and if we come over here, this is the RS NOR latch array. So the way the decoder works is, first of all, this line is not actually attached to the decoder. This is just note blocks which make sounds. They don't do anything other than that. But here, this is the first line. So this line here is for the first digit of the code. My first digit is 2, and 2 is there. So 2 is this line of redstone, and it's attached to here. So as you can see, this doesn't actually have a redstone torch. And the reason why is because all the wrong numbers are attached to this yellow line here. This yellow line is a resetter. It resets the RS NOR latch if you hit a wrong number. So essentially you have to hit all the correct numbers in the correct order for it to work. So here is 2. 2 is there. It doesn't do anything unless you hit the correct, unless you hit a wrong number. And the next one is 4. Once again, doesn't do anything. There is no torch. So this must be the line 4. And if you hit any wrong number, it's going to reset the whole thing and you're going to have to start again from 2. 6 is over here. This must be the line for 6. And once again, resetter, and 8 must be over here, and the resetter. So if we come underground, underneath all of the wiring here, this is for the first digit, so this is 2. 2 has a line of redstone along here, which is attached to an RS NOR latch. So this is an RS NOR latch. 2 is already activated, which means 2 is entered into the system. So if we were to hit 4 now, 4 is now activated. As you can see now, this torch is activated. So we've hit the correct number twice, which means we're on to the next stage. If we were to hit 6 now, six has been activated. So this line here was activated, and now 6 is activated. And last one, this should make a noise once we've opened it. So last one here is 8. As you can see here, we have a little symphony of notes, and now 8 is activated. So that is the output of the combination lock, and that's where it works. So the way the relay the way the RS NOR latch array works is we have an RS NOR latch here, and another one here, and another one here, and another one here, and they're attached via AND gates, which are here. So RS NOR latch, and another latch, and another latch, and another latch. So this is 2, and 4, and 6, and 8, and you have to AND all of them in the correct order to activate the door, or whatever you can activate. So that's the combination lock, and that's how that works. And I think it's a pretty awesome design. If you want to look for a tutorial on how to build it, then the link is in the description. So now onto the trap. The trap is all this blue wiring here. The way that the trap works, like I explained before, is if you hit a wrong number, which is one of the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, if you hit that 10 times, if you hit one of them 10 times, it is going to activate the trap. The way this works is, if you come over here, so these 5 things here are luckily in a row. So this is, say this is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. If one of them is activated, it's going to activate this torch once, this piston once, and it will push a block along. So let's go hit, for example, let's say we hit 5. Hit 5. It's a wrong number, which means it's not in the actual combination lock, which means it's going to push a block along one step further to death. And this is where death is. The way this works is 10 times means there's going to be 10 blocks of gravel along here, which means there's going to be a gravel block here, which I will show you what happens is going to activate, and this redstone is going to activate. It's going to hit this rapid pulse generator, which basically all this does is sends out one rapid pulse when it's activated. And once that happens, it's going to come underground here. This wiring is attached to these pistons here, which push out these blocks and activate the pitfall trap. And I'll show you what happens. So let's go in. Let's go into our room. I'm going to put these blocks back because these prevent me from falling into the wiring. So come along here. So we have to hit it another 9 times, I think. So we might need to hit it a couple more times because the way this works is if you hit it too fast, it doesn't actually work. That's the problem with it, and it's going to be even worse on a multiplayer server, but the overall idea of it is pretty much the same. So I think it should... Oh, it's because we ran out of gravel, that's why. If we come over here, I'll quickly go hit one more time, and we're going to fall into our death trap. Oh god, and we're dying, yes. So, that's the way the trap works. I think overall it's a pretty cool idea. And once you're in the trap, and once the trap is activated, you're kind of screwed. What I might actually have to do with this is I'll have to put in more than 10 gravel. I'll probably put in maybe 15, just in case, because the gravel can be destroyed by an open piston, which is kind of bad. And yeah, so anyway. So that is how the trap works. And one tiny little thing more is... Hang on, what? Oh yeah. The way that the door works is if you hit any button here, as you can see, any button here will activate the resetting system, which comes along here. The resetting system will activate this RS NOR latch, and this RS NOR latch will activate the door. So if we were to get a redstone torch here and flip the RS NOR latch, like that, it's going to open the door again. That's how the door works, and also the light is attached to that RS NOR latch here. So if we have... There we go. That's where the light is. So that's how this whole trap works. It's pretty awesome. I think I'm going to build this off camera, and the reason why is because I've explained how it all works, so I don't really need to show you guys how to build it. If you want to see how to build the combination lock, which is the main part of it, then that's in the description once again. And this part here, I think you guys have the general gist of it, because I've built all of these things before in other videos, in my other Terra House videos. So I think that's about it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I guess I shall see you guys later.